I've done all of my healthcare here in Mexico for the last 6, almost 7 years. I have been so impressed.
Thank you so much for allowing me to interview you guys today.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. And so my very first question is, where are you from?
Sure.
I'm from California, Northern California, born in Oakland, California, and lived in San Jose most of my life, and that's where I met you.
Mm-hmm. And then?
I'm from California originally, but I am from Southern California, area around Los Angeles, and then moved to San Diego for many years, and then moved to San Jose.
So what motivated you to move to Mexico?
Retire early.
Yeah. Retire at 55. And so we started researching where we would, love to live. Mexico, to be honest, was not number one. Living in Europe probably was our number one choice. But because of the proximity to the United States and family there, and the cost of living, we decided to move.
Yeah. And you moved to
Tulum first.
You want to expand on that?
Yeah, so we had been in this area in Puerto Vallarta many times. We've been to Mazatlan once, but we went to Tulum on vacation and fell in love with the Caribbean. It was beautiful. And so then we went back a second time on an exploration trip and fell in love with the community and bought what was essentially a chunk of jungle that then had a house built. And so then we ended up living in Tulum for 4 years.
So altogether, how long have you been living in Mexico?
Going on 7 years. It'll be 7 years in April.
2018 to now, yes.
Wow. How safe do you feel here in the state of Sinaloa?
I feel very safe. I would say that the unrest that we've had in the last couple of months, or the last couple of weeks actually, is concerning, but I just make sure that I pay attention when I'm out.
Yeah.
And just as I would anywhere else in the United States or Europe, just be aware of my surroundings and don't make myself a target.
I think I wouldn't say I feel safer here than I do in the States because we recently traveled back to the United States for 2 months. And I mean, every night on the news, every morning on the news, we hear about the level of crime in every city in California. And I know it's happening, throughout the nation in the U.S. So, I'm not afraid to go out here in Mazatlan and just get on my bicycle and go 5 miles, 10 miles that way and come back. And everyone is completely kind and friendly. Like Deb said, I think you just have to be careful of your surroundings.
Right.
We don't tend to go out late at night.
Yeah.
Drive at night. We live right here in Central, so we could, walk to every restaurant and be home at a decent hour.
I mean, we just make sure that what's around us, if you're going to get in the car, right? Even during the day, from the grocery store, before you go get in the car, you do this, there's someone sitting, panel van next to you. It's just those kinds of, particularly if I'm by myself.
Yeah.
Have my keys out, immediately go, put my stuff in the car, get in the car, and go.
Right.
So, but I would do that in the States. That's not anything different. As a woman in a shopping mall or something like that, I'm aware of my surroundings and make sure that I don't look like I'm clueless.
Right. Yeah. Like you're a target. Exactly. Yeah. What do you think are the biggest misconception people have about Mexico?
Well, I think the main one is one that we, touched on already, that they fear that it's unsafe in Mexico, and they're being told that it's unsafe.
Right.
And I mean, it's far from the truth. I mean, I'm sure there are places in Mexico that we haven't been to that could potentially not be safe to stay in. But, I can say the same thing about the United States or any other country for that matter.
Yeah.
It's just finding the right place for you where you feel comfortable. And, I would encourage people to come visit and see what they think. See how safe it is.
Yeah.
One of the misconceptions, too, is that it's this third world country that we have internet, we have cell phones, we have paved streets, parts of Mexico, are much more rural, but
I think that's what they portray in the U.S.
Yes.
Especially because of immigration.
Yes, exactly.
All people who cross the border. Yeah. So, anyways, and hospitals too. Even my mom, she said, no, you need to come back to Europe because if anything happens in the hospital, I'm like, hospitals, mom, it's good.
I've been a nurse for 30 years, and I've done all of my healthcare here in Mexico for the last 6, almost 7 years. I have been so impressed, both on the East Coast and here, in the level of healthcare, and the way you are treated in healthcare here is vastly different than the way you're treated as a patient in the United States.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And the cost,
Oh, yeah.
fraction of the cost.
Have you found the affordability of Mexico contributing to your overall wellness and happiness?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. We just had massages. We just had in-home massages this weekend, and I don't want to say how inexpensive it was because I don't want to let the secret out. I'm gonna take out the seats.
Yeah, exactly.
It was so nice. Yeah.
I think I know who it is.
Yeah.
Gloria also.
Yeah, it's night and day, especially now having just been in the States for 2 months. And sticker shock.
Then you got culture shock.
Yeah,
Reverse.
in reverse, exactly. And so it just reinforced, it felt really good in some respects. It just reinforced that we made the right decision and that this is home. Mexico.
Give me one example of one of the things that shocked you in the US, or one of the costs.
The price of a taco?
Yeah. How much was it? Because I'm so used to paying like
$7.
Fast food in the States, you can't, for a single person going, you can't walk out of there for under $20.
And it's not as healthy as
And it's not healthy food. It's just, it's not good food. So, and a taco would be $7 at a restaurant where you can get, a whole meal for $7 here.
I don't know what I get. I think I got a fish the other day for that. So I said, 100, 200 pesos. Yeah. I got a whole fish. Yeah. Fresh from the sea right here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fresh food, fresh vegetables, everything is available.
Mercado, all of that.
Yeah.
Organic.
So,
Do you see yourself living in Mexico long term? Why and why not?
Yes.
yes.
This is it.
Well, this is it for now. I think that, we've had these conversations that, this is our final home, but I think that in our future, I can see us having maybe a second place or splitting time. But I think that we're going to keep this place right here.
Because you worked so hard for it.
Yes.
That's for another video.
Yeah. And I also think that part of it will be dictated on what happens with our families. So we have aging parents, and there may be a period of time where we need to go back to the States, to California or Arizona. My dad's in Texas. I mean, it's hard to know what the future holds on whether we may have to spend some time back in the States to care for aging family members.
Yeah.
So,
I know. So what cultural differences have been the most challenging to you? You want me to take that one?
Yeah, take that one.
So I do a lot of the paying for the electricity bill and paying for the water bill, and so it's different in that those things are electronic to an extent. So there is an app. The problem is if you don't have a Mexican credit card, you don't have a Mexican credit card, it's hard to set up automatic payment with those things. I understand there are ways. Sometimes the app will take an American Express, sometimes it won't. So that took a little getting used to. Okay. And then I found out, you can put it at the CPO, so you can put a credit on the bill, and then they'll just deduct it. So that's much easier. So now I go twice a year. I'll go and put at the CPO on the electric bill, at the CPO on the water bill, and it just gets deducted. But we've had some other dealings with, especially since we're homeowners, we've had some other dealings where the bureaucracy can be a little challenging.
Let's put it that. Let's give you that way.
Yeah, it can be challenging.
Yeah.
To get things done like that when you're dealing with the government or the local utilities. Things are much more on paper. it takes multiple signatures, multiple witnesses. So and that's not just because we're expats. That's also for Mexican nationals as well. They find the bureaucracy and deal with the government.
Yeah. What would be a piece of advice you want to share with people who want to visit, move to Mexico?
With an open mind.
And with an open mind, it's not absolutely necessary to speak Spanish, but it would be wise to learn some common phrases instead of coming in and not speaking anything. But yeah, keeping an open mind is, I think, most important. Just be open.
And remember, you're a guest.
Yes, thank you.
As much as you want someone from a foreign country going to the United States or Canada or Europe, and you want them to be respectful of your culture, of the way things are done, the same exact thing applies here.
Yeah, respect.
Yeah, respect. And you'll have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's a very fun and loving country.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We wrapped up. See, that was okay.
So easy.